Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridgemaster. We're journeying through the expert C-level problems, starting with C-13 today. We seem to be in 4 spades, and East has a lot of hearts. If this heart doesn't get ruffed, we will take all the tricks, so probably it is getting ruffed. Or not all the tricks, we'll take enough tricks. Yes, very well. So, clubs and diamonds are, it's not easy to take a trick in them. Like, there's no squeeze. So, I think the only thing we can do is hope that East can be end played into leading a heart, letting us rough and dummy and pitch a diamond. And we know he has 8 hearts, so he doesn't have that many cards in the other suits. The 10 of diamonds is a little conspicuous as well, because it makes it a little bit harder for West to overtake East's diamond winners without ruining the suit. I'm not sure of the details, but probably we want to lead a low diamond from north at some point. And try to arrange that East has to win something. We'll see how many spades he has. 1. Okay. So East has 1-8XX. If he has 2 diamonds, can we still make it? Yes. If those diamonds are the king and the queen. Or, I guess, if they were any 2 honors, we would be okay, right? Because we could play low to the ace, and then another little one. Ducking in dummy. This, I think they call it a crocodile coup, right? Where West can overtake his partner's winner if he wants, but if so, we set up a trick with the 10 of diamonds, and if he doesn't, East is end played. So that's one thing we could do, is succeed anytime East has 2 diamond honors. Doubleton. If he has 1 diamond, we need it to be the king. Right? Because then we could play a low diamond, and from both hands, he'd win the king and be end played. Although, no, because then he would have... Well, yeah, we could rough out the clubs first. But we'd have to guess whether to play the ace. If he's followed with the king, wouldn't we have to guess whether to play the ace or not? We would, right? Because if we play the ace and then exit a diamond, we need East to win the next one. Have honor, doubleton. If we duck, we need East to be out of diamonds. So have king singleton. Can we afford to rough the club first, is what I want to know. Because that would be nice. Then we would know East's diamond length, right? Do I ever need to lead a low diamond from the north hand, I guess is the question. I guess not. If East has a singleton, we should play low from both hands no matter what he does, because we need East to have the king. And if East has a doubleton, we should play ace and low. So we don't actually need to lead up to a diamond. We need to rough a club, finding out how many diamonds East has, and also eliminating the suit if that number happens to be that he has 3 clubs, which he does. So now we know East's shape perfectly, right? It's 1, 8, 1, 3. Or I guess he could have 4 clubs and no diamonds, in which case we just lose. But let's assume it isn't that. So if East only has 1 diamond, I believe the only play is to play small here. And actually, I said it only works if East has the stiff king, but actually any stiff honor works, doesn't it? If West ducks, East wins, and is end played. But if West wins, let's say West plays the king to stop his partner from being end played with the queen, then he's end played himself, because he can't lead a diamond away from the jack, and he can't lead anything else either. Yes, of course. Got him. I'm a little surprised, actually, that they let East win that one. Shouldn't West have played the king and, like... Because once East wins the jack, there's really no... Oh, I see. The point is that Well, no. Even if I played the 10, it wouldn't matter, right? I don't know. It seems like if West wins the king, there's one more tiny test for me, which is, are you going to be stupid and play the 10 on diamonds? But, okay, whatever. This works fine. 2 no, 7 no. Easy auction. Is it a good auction? Maybe. This is interesting. We appear to just have a guess in clubs. Yes? 7, 10 tricks outside. We need 3 clubs, so we have to solve the suit. So the only thing we can really do is gather information by caching all of our winners in every other suit to see who might be short in clubs and how short. I feel like the order in which you cache everything doesn't matter, but maybe I'm missing something. Because you can always... You don't have to pitch anything from either hand. You can always just play clubs by caching whichever honor you like, and then finessing, whichever, in the way that is dictated by the honor that you cached. And so it doesn't matter which hand you end up in. And I don't think you're ever going to squeeze somebody down to a doubleton or something stupid like that, because they have plenty of discards. Everyone can just come down to 3 clubs and nothing else. Unless they'd never started with 3 clubs, I guess. If you can show somebody started with 2 clubs, then you'll have a bit of a guess. If you can show they started with 1 club, you can easily make it. And if you can show that they each started with 3 clubs, I mean, it's still basically a guess. Okay. I guess it's also worth noting that West has led a diamond. I don't know. So I don't really know whether this argument is valid. I have read about it, and the question has been asked, is this a valid argument? And I don't know the answer. But there's kind of a restricted choice thing, which I've talked about restricted choice a few times, and so has Fred, where, if an opponent has 2 touching honors and you can force them to play one... Sorry. If the opponents have 2 touching honors and you can force one of them to be played, then you should play the partner of the player who played the first one to have the second one. Because, if they had both, they had a choice, so it's more likely they didn't have a choice when they play a specific one. That is definitely valid, no question there. You can't draw such a conclusion when they freely chose to play one of the honors. For example, if you're playing... I don't know... if there's a suit where you're missing Jack 10-6, then somebody plays the Jack, and you have to decide on the second round whether you're finessing or not. well, or even on the third, no, on the second round, they might have just played the jack from Jack 10x just to, like, mess with you. You can't really assume that, so it doesn't work there. Anyway, so that's restricted choice in a nutshell. And there's the argument that I'm not sure of is, suppose that West had, we know West has no relevant diamond honors, right? Because we can see them all. And if West also had nothing in clubs, then he kind of had a choice of what to lead. Either diamonds or clubs. I mean, the same thing applies to the majors, right? But, like, if West had the queen of clubs, he was kind of forced to not lead a club. Whereas if he had nothing in clubs, odds were slightly higher that he would have led a club. Like, he would have led a club one time in 4, as opposed to 0 times in 4. He has basically just a random guess of what to lead. And that sort of makes sense. You should say, he didn't lead clubs, therefore he's a little more likely than his partner to have a club. But, like, the same argument, like, East would have found a lead, probably not in clubs, and then we would, like, if East had been on lead, right, we would be saying, we should definitely finesse, we should guess that West might have the queen of clubs, because if East, we should guess that East does have the queen of clubs, because if he didn't, he might have led the suit. And so, like, anytime an opponent leads a suit other than the one you're guessing in, you end up saying, that opponent is much more likely to have the queen. When, like, I don't know. I think that is sort of valid, but only a little bit. Because the inference is not very strong. There were 4 choices, and he chose one of the 3 that wasn't interesting. So he's like a little bit more likely, maybe, for West to have the queen. If we have no other information, that's how I would play it. But our job is to gather more information. Let's cache spades first, the most informative suit, because we can cache 4 of them. West had 4 spades and East only 1. He's pitched 2 hearts, 3 hearts. Okay, well, let's cache hearts. The hearts are 5-2. East having 5. They've now both pitched a club. Interesting. So, I guess, are we talking about vacant spaces here? Is that what's happening? Is that it? West had 4 diamonds. No. What am I even saying? West had 4 spades, and 2 hearts is 6 cards that I have forced them to play. East had 1 spade and 5 hearts. That's 6 cards. Plus the 3 diamonds I've made them both play. So I feel like that actually doesn't tell me anything, right? And then they both pitched a club. So one of them still has a diamond, weirdly. Why not? Why didn't they just both pitch down to 3 clubs? Maybe they couldn't. Maybe the person who was discarding, well, but they both discarded. Maybe one of them didn't have a diamond. Also, I suppose if they had pitched a diamond, they'd be telling me how that suit splits, and I'd have a little bit more information about how to play clubs. Huh. Well, I suppose the defender who has the queen of clubs probably did not unguard it, drop it down to a doubleton here. So probably one player has queen third of clubs, and the other player has 2 small clubs and a diamond, but didn't want to show me who had the diamond, because then I would play their partner for the club. Okay. But I still don't know which one of them is hiding a diamond from me. So I can... I got no information about the layout from caching majors and diamonds. So I don't know. I feel like you just play... You might as well play West for it. King, Hook? Yeah. What do you have to say about yourself, Fred? Like, why was this a puzzle? What was... Have to find the queen, cache spades, hearts, and diamonds. It may be possible to get enough of a count to know how to play clubs, sure. On this layout... Yeah, but I didn't get this kind of information. West will be known to have 4 spades, 2 hearts, and at least 3 diamonds. East has 1 spade, 5 hearts, and at least 3 diamonds. Your playing clubs is a complete guess. Okay, so Fred thinks principal's restricted choice does apply here, and that's the point. I don't know. I'm always skeptical of this argument. West led from a suit with 3 or 4 small cards. Oh, I guess that's a good point, is we did find out that West had only 2 hearts, so that was not a suit he might have chosen to lead. Anyway, okay. Well, fine. Play West for the queen. Okay. I'm not yet convinced. One of these days I'll come to believe it, but I think it is, like, a little bit true. And if Fred says so, it must be true, right? I don't know. Fallacies have stuck around in various fields for a while, but is this one? Who knows? Anyway, what am I even... Just shut up and play bridge, will you? 6 hearts. 10 obvious tricks outside of hearts. So we're 1 trick short of 5 hearts. If East plays the king here, ducking is looking pretty dangerous. Honestly, ducking is kind of dangerous regardless. Because, like, I don't know. West could have 9 spades. Stranger things have happened. Maybe you would lead from that. But, yeah, so East plays the king. If we duck, it's probably going to go club back, and West will get to rough out our ace of clubs, and we'll be way short on tricks. So I think we're meant to win this. But then how do you make the contracts, right? Ah, is this one of these slough and slough plays where you end play West with the last spade? No, because I don't have any trumps left, right? If the dummy's out of trumps, so there's not... But, well... I guess... Maybe this is interesting, because we would like to duck 2 tricks to set up for a minor suit squeeze against East, right? But we can't do that. Because... Let's say I duck now. East will lead a club, and West is going to rough up winner, and we'll be way down. So we win. We have to win the ace here. And if we ever duck anything... like if we duck a club, most relevantly, East will win, cash another club, and then lead his 4th club, which, sure, we can rough, but then there goes Dummy's club threat. So... I think the trick is to use West to let us lose tricks. If West has the shape... wait a minute. What shape would I be looking for? 8-3-1-1, I guess? Oh boy, that's a tall order. Okay, but it looks like he does. Right? He has 1 club, 3 hearts. And what we're going to do is cash 1 round of diamonds so he doesn't have an exit card. And then ace of spades. And East at this point, hopefully, is out of spades. So we can lose a spade, and all West can do is cash more spades. That's fine. Have fun. Enjoy your spades, buddy. I should be counting, by the way. Oh, man. What a bad player. I was just so busy explaining things. All right. Let's try this again. It really is important to know how many clubs East has left. He's pitched 1 diamond. Two diamonds. He's pitched 1 club. That's what matters. We really only have to count clubs. Because we know how many clubs he has, and we'll know whether this club is a winner. I mean, we're assuming West has a singleton club, but like we need that in order to make the contract. So that's fine. So East started with 5 clubs. He's played 2. He's down to 3 club cards now. 2 clubs. Oh, wait, this was wrong. I forgot. You do need to hang on to some hearts for this to work. Like, I did that the first time around, but... Okay, one more time. Here we go. Because you need to be able to rough a spade when West... You can't just give West all his spades. You have to hang on to the hearts. All right. So, in our dream world, West is out of exits. West has pitched 1 club. He has 3 remaining. Please, lead another card, West. He has 2 clubs remaining. 1 club remaining. No clubs remain. And we get to enjoy our club. So you have to rectify the count for the squeeze, but you can't do it by losing a club or a diamond. Because West would East would cash out if we ducked a diamond, or erase the club threat if we exited with a club. So we have to lose tricks to West, who can't lead either of the relevant minors. And then we just let him have 2 spades. Which rectifies the count for the squeeze against his partner. Probably wrong to play the King of Spades trick 1, but I'm going to look at the rest of the hand before I commit to playing low. We have 2 spades, 2 hearts, 2 clubs is 6. We can easily set up 2 diamonds for 8 tricks. We may take additional tricks in almost any suit, depending on how things are lying. But the entry situation is a little bit precarious. Like, you want to play diamonds low to the king and then low to the queen. That way you succeed if the suit is 3-2, but also... 3-3. But also if East has a singleton or doubleton ace. Which is all very well and good, but, like, that's using up 2 dummy entries out of 3 just to lead diamonds. And you might need them for a squeeze entry later on, or to cash the spade. Maybe you could even, like, you know, play on spades. If that suit is 4-3, you should use all your dummy entries to lose 2 spades. Win the ace, cross to a club, lose a spade. Then win the heart return, let's say, in dummy. King of spades, lose another spade. If the suit is 4-3, your last spade's a winner, right? Oh, but that's just not enough tricks. It's true, you set up one trick above the 8 that I said you could take. But to take those 8, you do have to play on diamonds. You can't just like screw around with spades. Lose 2 of those, 2 hearts, a diamond, a club. You'll be a little too late to do everything else if you just attack spades. So, okay, that's not what you're using dummies entries for. I also wonder if perhaps you should duck a first round club trick so that when you win the first club in dummy, or when you win the second club in dummy, you know whether that suit is splitting. And that might help you somehow. Well, okay. I'm pretty sure playing the king trick one is wrong now. So let's win this. So West's 4 and East's 2. Is that interesting? I mean, a little. West can't have more than 5 spades, or he wouldn't have led the 4. He would have led the 5 if he had all 6. But he still could have 5, or he could have 4. East. I feel like if East had 10 small, he would still play small. But if he had queen or jack small, he might have gone up. So West probably has both spade honors, the queen and the jack, for what that's worth. If he led the suit, but didn't lead one of the honors, you know, probably his spade holding is queen jack 5-4-3, if I had to guess. I don't think that's going to be terribly impactful, but it's good to think about those things in case that information ends up informing the play in a different suit. And, I mean, it's not rock solid. West, might just have 4. Probably not, though. So the issue is, I think, if I duck a club, then the opponents can attack hearts, and I don't really want to blow my dummy entry or my hand entry is the problem. I would choose to lose my hand entry, I guess. Sorry, my dummy entry, because I definitely need an entry back to hand for the king, queen, the diamonds. So maybe... could it be right to win the first club with the ace, lead a diamond, and then assuming that holds, now duck a club? That doesn't seem any worse than ducking a club on the first round. But also, I'm not sure it's that much better. Like, ugh. The hard entries are so important, but I don't know what to do with them. I mean... West probably has the only spade guard, actually. So maybe there's some squeeze based on that? I have way too many losers to start squeezing now. I'm not sure how I could safely lose any tricks to squeeze later, I suppose. There could be some multi-loser squeeze, but I don't know. Nothing looks apparent. I think I'm going to play a round of clubs and a round of diamonds. Sure, that holds up. and then duck a like this. This is undisciplined of me because I really don't know how this is leading to the solution. I'm just like doing stuff that feels right. And I'm going to duck a club here. I still don't totally know why. Win the heart here. King of clubs testing the layout in this suit. Now King of spades can pitch a club. The problem is West is going to win the ace of diamonds, getting 2 tricks, and then cash. Oh, interesting. West only had 4 spades. Still, he's going to win the diamond and cash 2 spades in a club. No? Okay, now I can go down. Fine. Great. How lovely. Wait, is this squeezing east? No, because West still has a winner, of course. I mean, this is just like... There's so many things going on here. I'm not sure what you're supposed to focus on. You can't really set up spades for anything. The defense has all these hearts. Leading up to diamonds twice doesn't actually work. Boy, I don't know. What am I supposed to do, Fred? There's 6 top tricks. If diamonds are no worse than 4-2, you can develop 3 extra tricks in diamonds. If you lead a top diamond, they'll let you win. Oh. I see. The point is of this hand, the entries to hand are precious. You just don't have very many. And you need to duck a diamond so that... Because if diamonds are 4-2, you're going to have to lose one anyway. I was too focused on thinking about diamonds 3-3. I didn't think about how I could still succeed if they were 4-2. This way, you can lose... if you have to lose a diamond anyway, which you might when they're 4-2, you should try to do so at a time when North still has a diamond to lead. Yeah. And that means ducking the first diamond. And after that, the hand is quite easy. I couldn't see that even looking at all the hands. I don't know. Sometimes I find a play like that with a different holding. Like, it's very obvious with ace king fifth opposite too small to duck. And sometimes I find it in holdings like this one. But not this time, huh? I'm not sure what's up with that. Opponent's silent, and they never really got a chance to bid. We are playing 7 spades. Well, it looks tempting to rough a diamond, right? Then cash all the spades and like you're set. But if the spades are breaking very badly, i.e., if East has, well, we have between us nine spades, which means the opponents have four. If West has all four, you could succeed with a first round spade finesse, but that's incredibly reckless. There's just no reason to take a play so out there. If East has four, you can succeed by playing ace of spades, getting the bad news, and finessing in spades. If neither player has four, you can play like ace of spades and then take your diamond rough, right? No problem. Because, like, ain't nobody roughing the second round of diamonds here. No one has 9 diamonds or whatever it would be. Yeah, 9, I guess. So, okay, we did get the bad news. The good news, though, is that there's good news. This looks very much like a compound squeeze, right? Or maybe it's just a double. I don't know. Double played as compound sort of thing. There's clearly no trump coup. There's no way we can rough enough hearts. I don't know. It doesn't even make sense because we can just draw trump. But there's one suit guarded only by one defender, hearts, guarded by West. And the heart threat is over the defender guarding it. The jack is sitting over the queen. And in the other two suits, we have entries accompanying each threat. So even though both defenders guard diamonds, and potentially either defender could guard clubs, that's what'll make a compound squeeze work, is one singly guarded threat sitting over the player guarding it, and doubly guarded threats each accompanied by an entry. Or at any rate, that's what should make me think about a compound squeeze. There might be an issue if, well, as we cash, can we cash all of the spades here? Not quite, right? I mean, we can start by cashing several of them. That's fine. West has pitched 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds, and a heart, I think? See, that's the kind of thing you're supposed to count. Let's start this one over and pay more attention to West's discards. I remember the first, third, and fourth discards were all diamonds, but maybe the second one was a heart. Nope, all diamonds. Okay. So we can very comfortably cash 2 more spades before having to make any decisions. That means small hearts are not doing anything. And this is the situation where, like, you're supposed to figure out which minor West has unguarded, or which minor West has unguarded. Because if you just cash the last spade, West will unguard something. Well, maybe that's fine, actually. Because when we cast the last spade, West is definitely going to have given up at least one minor, right? He'll be down to 5 cards, one of which is a heart. He'll have 4 cards left in the minors. If he keeps 3 clubs and a diamond, he's given up both minors. And if he keeps 2 diamonds, I mean, I don't think he has. Yeah, so I think we can actually cash this because we don't need the heart anymore. Do we? Well, we do, though. If West completely gives up diamonds, coming down to a heart and 4 clubs, I guess then we could pitch a diamond from dummy and squeeze him in hearts and clubs. If he gives up hearts, obviously we just claim because the heart's a winner. And if he gives up clubs, then we have East squeezed in the minors. No, because we're imagining in this universe the West still has 2 diamonds. I don't know. I think this is one of those cases where you can... So, in compound squeezes, sometimes you can afford to cash the last winner before making any decisions. And sometimes you need to cash all but one, and then cash your winners in whatever suit West abandons, and then cash the last winner. And I don't totally understand when, and I'm having trouble visualizing all the possibilities. If I lead a spade now and correctly diagnose that West has abandoned hearts, that'll be easy. All right, I'll see whether he plays the queen or not, and then it doesn't matter what I do. If I correctly diagnose that West has abandoned diamonds, but has the only club guard, which would have to be 4 clubs and a heart, I can pitch a diamond. If I correctly diagnose that he's abandoned clubs, then well, there is only one actual club stopper out there. Wait, is this just a double squeeze? Am I just like screwing around for no reason? The entries are a bit funky for that, right? I mean, can't I cash 2 clubs, though? No, not necessarily. Well, I mean, I guess I can cash... I can cash the king and queen, can't I? What harm would that do? And then I'll be able to correctly tell whether, like, the clubs are still guarded, right? When I cash the last spade. I don't see how getting rid of my own club entries is going to hurt me. The issue would be if I needed to cash ace first and then king queen, but that can never be right, so just don't do that. Okay, West has given up heart. No, he has kept hearts, which means he can't really have guards in either other suit, can he? No, he could have a guard in clubs, perhaps, in which case pitch a diamond and cash a diamond. But he pitched so many diamonds. I don't think he's guarding diamonds. I was supposed to be counting all the diamonds so that I would know if the 2 is a winner. Okay, but he pitched a heart. Thanks, buddy. I wasn't counting diamonds. Oof. Yeah, so this is sort of a double squeeze. I don't know, it's a simple squeeze played as a compound squeeze, in a way. Yeah, you have to finesse. Clubs are 3-3, you're good. If East has clubs, you're dead. Oh, is that true? Why are you dead? Because... Really? Who has only one threat? It's South. It's the B threat in the double. And it has no spare winners in your hand or Dummy's hand. So you'd have to catch RFL. From South's perspective, that would mean cashing all the clubs and then cashing the other stuff, which you definitely cannot do. So, fair point. There's no double squeeze if East has 4 or more clubs. So you kind of have to hope that if anyone has 4 clubs, it's West, and that certainly clears things up. This is just a simple squeeze in clubs and hearts. I thought the diamonds could be involved somehow, but they can't actually. Because you don't have... I don't know. Because the clubs aren't actually guarded by both players, the diamond is never a meaningful threat, I guess. Okay, last deal of the day. Number C-18. East has opened a diamond and West has passed. Probably important information. We have, 21 points in hand and 5 in dummy is 26. Leaving the defense 14. West's Jack of Diamonds puts the Queen in East's hand. So West has every other card. Yeah? Okay. All that analyzed. How many tricks do we have? 4 major suit tricks. And 2 diamonds is 6. It's not very many. Given that West has the ace-king of clubs, we can try to create a dummy entry by leading a club to the jack after unblocking diamonds. But West can win the first 2 clubs if he wants. So, if that happens, then we won't have a dummy entry. And we'll kind of need to fall back on clubs being 3-3. Is that possible in the auction? Oh, no, it's East who has all the cards. I got confused. East has all the cards. Oh, that's harder. So there's no hope of a dummy entry in clubs. It'll never happen. Leading through West, when I thought West had the ace-king, we could at least force him to hop, and then maybe we would set up clubs if the club suit was 3-3 or something. And I'm thinking we might actually do the same thing against East, funny enough. If we overtake the second round of diamonds, or actually first round would be even better, in dummy, to lead a club towards the queen. That way, if clubs are 3-3, we may have time to set up some clubs, losing only 2. Then we could have 2 spades, 2 hearts, 2 diamonds, and 3 clubs. I think that makes sense. We definitely shouldn't duck a spade. What we're going to do, though, is duck the second spade when East returns one. So that if West has... Okay, I'm playing for the suit to be 3-3, so... Oh, no! What? Oh, East did open a diamond. I guess that's not a shocker. Well, so much for that line, huh? Okay, actually, you should do this better. You can afford to lead a diamond up to a club up to the jack first. East wins that, but that's okay. We knew he was going to win one eventually anyway. We now duck the spade so that in case West has 5 or 6. Hang on, maybe we don't duck the spade. Back up. If West has 4 spades, then the defense will have taken 2 spades and 2 clubs, which would be fine. If West has 5 spades, you can jump on the ace here, but it doesn't really matter. So I think it never matters whether you win the ace here. I guess or the king, whatever it is. And now we lead a club up, right? Then lose a club. They're 3-3 and East has the ace, but we haven't blown up our diamond stopper. Yes. A bit of a slip there. I just didn't consider that East might have a bunch of diamonds and that diamonds would actually be our weak spot. But of course he bid diamonds. It's not at all surprising for him to have 5. And you don't have to lead the first round from dummy as long as you lead 1 round of clubs from dummy. So you should do that first while you still have plenty of stoppers and everything. All right, cool. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.